Theories on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube that'll make us question everything. Join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Thank you, Bree, for the next couple of videos.
The world population could easily exceed 8 billion by the year 2020. The negative impact of population growth on all of our planetary ecosystems is becoming appallingly evident. Unless nations will agree to work together to tackle these cross-border challenges posed by population growth, overconsumption of resources, and environmental degradation, the prospects for a decent life on our planet will be threatened.
It was the fact that he said 2020. He could have said it any date, but he said specifically 2020.
You have a connection to 9/11 as well, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I was booked on the first flight that hit the tower, and I was drinking the night before. Overslept a little bit in conjunction with the fact that my travel agent screwed up the itinerary by about 15 minutes, and so I arrived 10 minutes late to get on the flight.
Access Hollywood that Michael was supposed to be at a meeting inside the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. Now, Jermaine said his brother slept through a number of early morning appointments, and that day was one of them.
Nickelodeon fans in here? Well, probably shouldn't be saying that with the whole Nickelodeon situation that's happening with, you know, Dan Schneider, Drake Bell. Besides the negative, I did grow up on Nickelodeon.
In southern Tasmania are demanding to know why cloud seeding was conducted over the Derwent River catchment the day before the worst floods in 40 years. Cloud seeding is a technique used to increase rain. Hydro Tasmania has confirmed it flew a cloud seeding flight despite the weather warnings. Farmers believe the technique could have made the flooding worse. The Premier says a formal inquiry will be held into the...
So I have a question for you guys. Do you guys believe that the health authorities are hiding natural cures from us?
No.
Because, in my opinion, I feel like they most definitely are.
They would never.
Like, for real. They don't want us to be cured. They don't want us to be healthy. Why? Because they make money off of us getting sick. That's what I believe. And that's really, really cruel. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Y'all already know my saying. I ain't gonna say it though. What are we looking at? You can clearly see when they stopped chemtrailing, if those were contrails, the engines would be off.
Accidentally finding Area 51 while flying from Las Vegas to LA.
Huh.
Lil Nas X is one of the most satanic celebrities out there, and he doesn't even try to hide it. In this music video, it literally starts off as him getting seduced in the Garden of Eden, then him falling down from a pole all the way from heaven to hell, just to come down, see Satan, and then twerk on his lap. I don't care what you believe in, but this is sick. He also released 666 pairs of Satan shoes that apparently had blood in them. Now listen to what he says in this video.
We usually go to meetings on Wednesday in black cloaks. Okay. Draw like a big star in the circle on the ground. We have like these cups of blood.
He thinks that funny.
Pretty much. And we kind of like plan like world domination, like to make everyone and then like decrease the world population.
Alright guys, more creepy conspiracy stuff. Now what you're looking at is the baby, okay? And supposedly, he's in a costume for a music video called The Boogeyman. But look at this, man, this just doesn't seem right. Who would do this? Why wouldn't he hire someone to get into a costume just to lip sync a song? They're literally laughing at us, bro. They are mocking us. They are literally showing us the truth in plain sight. And if you don't believe me, well, the truth does sound crazy in a world full of lies, so...
Thank you, Bino, for the video.
You know, there's actually science that just came out recently that said wearing an N95 mask for more than an hour a day is actually bad for you. You could get health problems from wearing one of those fucking things. Lena Wen on CNN said she thinks the actual death rate is 30% of what they said it was. And then you have the death rates that are due to those ventilators. How many people died that would have lived because of ventilators? How many people could have been helped with different treatments that were made illegal or were prohibited? Treatments that were prohibited, like some of them were monoclonal antibodies, like which are absolutely effective. Like what the fuck are they doing? Well, they had one idea, and that idea was make sure that people get.
Thank you, Bam, for the video.
Start fasting every day. Let me explain. Fasting for up to 16 hours a day can have a positive impact on your body. After 10 hours of not eating, your pituitary gland starts producing human growth hormone. After 16 hours, your body will start relying on burning fat for energy. This is why I recommend not eating late at night so you can get half of the fasting done in your sleep. I wait until lunch to eat my first meal to get the full 16 hours. Breakfast literally means to break your fast, but I personally don't believe in breakfast. I think it's a strategy by the government to keep us buying unhealthy foods like cereal. Fasting for 16 hours and eating in an 8-hour window is called intermittent fasting,
that's the one.
which is great for balancing your blood sugar, blood pressure, and triglyceride levels. Follow me for more daily tips about real health.
For those that do fast, what do you do on a fast and why do you fast? I do the intermittent fasting with my mom, so we do the 16-8. So basically we fast for 16 hours and then we have an 8-hour period of eating. I did it because I wanted to control like my eating. I didn't want the food to control me. I wanted to control it. You can choose what hours work best for you. I know I had did the 11 to 7, so that means I can't eat anything until 11 a.m. and then my cut off time to eat is 7 p.m. But you can choose your time as long as it's the 16-8. Fasting is beautiful. Fasting is very powerful, and it really truly does do something.
We are always eating in a fed state. Why are you eating if you just fed? Let me ask you, why are you eating? You just had a meal to eat 2 hours ago. Why do you have to eat again? Are you hungry? You're not hungry. Oh no, but I have to eat. Why? Because two things. One, you're a junkie, you're an addict. Just like cocaine, just like heroin, you're an addict. Because that sugar goes to the same part of the brain as dopamine. So it gives you that reward center. So now, you have to have your next high. This is very real, guys. That's why intermittent fasting breaks that habit. How do you make a junkie come off his cocaine? You stick him in a room and don't give him any heroin. That's it. You gotta do the same thing. You gotta play around with your physiology. You gotta play around with it so you don't become an addict. Otherwise, you say, I gotta eat now. Not hungry, but you still have to eat. You're a junkie. So that's the biggest problem why we eat so frequently.
That's real.
Welcome
You
to
finally realized what this episode really meant.
Best looking, juiciest
sausage having to be recalled because they called it something else, when in reality, it was like meat, human. It was something in it. I can't even remember now that I'm thinking about it, but they called it something else as a cover up, and it was like, no, there's a huge difference between this and that. And the fact that y'all calling it this is not that, if that makes sense. Any vegetarians out there? Any vegans out there? How long have y'all been doing this? And what pushed y'all to do it? I know probably some of y'all gonna tell me what the health. I know some of y'all may tell me, you know, maybe the dying of the animals or killing of the animals. And then another portion would tell me because of what they're doing to the meat. But ooh. All right. I ain't there yet, but the way they going, I might be. Yeah, we know that.
It's 2023, and you finally realize what this show really meant.
Wally? Not the Hunger Games song. Wait. Hold on, I don't even think I got it. Wait, okay. He puts this... Oh, I got it. But let me make sure. I got it. Yeah. It's a switch, yeah.
And what's so strange, he's been doing the same ritual. That's what I'm calling it, because he do the same thing and repeat the same thing.
Nelly?
But he's been doing this for so long, and yet we let it go over our heads. Now, this for my people. If you know, then you know. And for my safety TikTok, I am an actress just simply acting out a scene. Guys, do not take me serious. Everything that you're seeing is scripted. Let's hop right into the video.
I don't know about Nelly doing stuff. Let's see.
How are you? What's your name? Lauren, how are you? How old are you? You're 16 years old.
Hey, y'all gonna clap it up.
The impression I make on Lauren tonight, and everybody just like her and younger than her that came out here right now, that's what's going to allow Nelly to be here for another 18, 19.
I'm just confused at how this 16-year-old knows about Nelly. He really be doing this? And she never. What's up with the... They're going crazy while this girl is being groomed. Am I the problem? Like, there is no way impossible. Well, it is. We just seen it. So what is this about him taking off his glasses? Is it to look them dead in their soul? Like, and then the fact that the people in the crowd are screaming and going crazy. First of all, I don't even know what song that is. Second of all, how do these little kids know about Nelly? They was born in like the 2000. They was born like 2020. How do they know about Nelly when Nelly was a 2000s rapper way before their time? I didn't even know Nelly had concerts. I'm not even trying to be funny. But grooming little girls in front of thousands is different. And let your daughter go up there to get groomed, I think is even more different for me. Am I the problem?
Darkest conspiracy theories. The Earth theory. This theory states that the Earth is a living organism, and we, you and I, the humans, are the The Earth grows plenty of free food, and every animal seems to balance and coexist on Earth in sort of a circle of life. For instance, bees pollinate crops, moving from one plant to the next, fertilizing each plant. It's beneficial. Even though they're taking pollen, they're still being beneficial. But humans, we seem to not benefit the Earth at all. We're more destructive. We clear rainforests, kill the ocean with our plastics, puncture giant holes in the ozone with our chemicals and fuels, and we cause man-made climate disasters. We don't seem to coexist.
I don't like this we word because I'm not doing that. Don't put we in it if I ain't did that. I don't even got the stuff to even be doing that.
But before I continue, question time. If aliens were about to destroy the planet and one came up to you, they chose you, and said, if you show us 2 things on Earth of why we shouldn't destroy this planet and kill you all, what 2 things would you show them to save the Earth? Let me know down below. But anyways, think about the human body. When we're sick, our body creates antibodies to kill off the virus. That's exactly what the Earth does to us, creating earthquakes, droughts, tsunamis, and other natural disasters. Let's face it, we're destructive in nature. And while a tiny bit of us do try to help the planet, the majority of us selfishly harm it. Maybe we are the—
I want that. No, wait. I want that quote. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed.
The majority of us selfishly harm it. Maybe we are the virus.
Dang, that's food for thought right there.
Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers creepers.
And then they don't play the song like I want to hear this. He's buff. He said. So I'm over here waiting for them to show me Jeepers Creepers. They're showing me animals. I don't even know what that is. Okay, that one's scary. Whoa. How? Oh, wait. Oh, he's been okay. That looked like a body until now I can't unsee it. Huh. That's scary look from back here. It looked like a person like laying down, like on a beach. But then now I see the dog. Now I see like the head right here. This is the tail. This is the legs. Get that dog a haircut. Got me scared out here. We about to get some knowledge right here.
This is how we turn it around. Number 2. The liver has the ability to detoxify us from excess estrogen. And the liver will take the estrogen down one of 2 pathways. One pathway is the hydroxy 2 pathway. We'll call it highway 2. The other one is the hydroxy 16 pathway. We'll call it highway 16. The safe one is highway 2. It's taken out. And there are some foods, there are some herbs, there are some vitamins that encourage highway 2 and discourage highway 16. That's what we want. One is the vitamin B, 6, 9 and 12. Vitamin B6, 9 and 12 are the 3 B vitamins that stimulate highway 2 and inhibit highway 16. The highest source of our B vitamins is raw nuts and seeds. But if a woman has a hormonal imbalance, she may need initially to take a supplement. What can also encourage highway 2 is the cabbage family, because the cabbage family contain indoles. And indoles are a plant chemical that encourage highway 2, discourage highway 16. Licorice, I'm not talking about the lolly licorice, but the herb. If you've got high blood pressure, leave that one off because it can pep it up. And also flaxseed. Flaxseed contains lignans, and lignans encourage highway 2 and discourage highway 16.
I love her, and I really love videos like that because I said it before. there are a lot of natural ways to heal the body instead of taking stuff that's only going to cover the surface instead of getting into the root of the problem. So I love stuff like this. Now I've actually been learning a lot. Like, for example, a vulnerable moment here. So with the acne that you guys see on my face, I have tried every possible thing that you can think of, medical way, right? Like, I'm saying medical, like medicines and what the doctors tell you. But no one has told me that I may deal with acne because I have a hormonal imbalance, which just means that my hormones are not balanced. You get what I'm saying? So it's getting to the root, and that I know that video because I watched that video, but it's stuff that she has, you know, expressed and said on how I can get to the root of my problem instead of using medicines that just covered the surface. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. It's other videos, but I love stuff like this because it really helps, and it just sparks something to know that whatever issue you're dealing with, I promise you, it's not for life. It really truly is temporary, and once you get to that root, it's over. So love videos like that. Where did he come from? I think I've seen that video before. Okay, an icicle. Oh, this connects. I'm glad they showed me that because I didn't see that. I would have been confused. I didn't get. Oh, the sky is messed up. Did she just glitch? Look at the way her body, like, look. Ow.
Scariest conspiracy theories in the
I had heard before that the whole Titanic thing was the Rothschilds and all them other billion gazillionaires that was on that ship, but they never specified it being due to a fire and not an iceberg. So that's information to add to what we have already learned with why it happened the way it did. So the fire.
Did you know Trump's uncle was like this MIT professor, and he received Nikola Tesla's life's work?
Didn't he try to do like time travel or something?
Yeah, he's kind of like known for revolutionizing electricity and how it's used.
Oh, yeah.
But it was said that he might have invented time travel. And a weird thing with the Trumps is Donald's son, Barron Trump, is in these novels from the 1800s. It like looks like him.
I heard about this.
And it's like stories about him and his father Donald.
That's weird because Barron has a very distinguished look.
So they're saying Barron Trump's a time traveler, and Trump is too.
I'm going to tell y'all what to do when somebody tells you thank you.
What's wrong with thank you?
Some of us may not even be aware that the phrases and words that we use have a big impact on our lives because we are constantly spellcasting. Words are spells. Everything is energy. Every word has a certain sound or vibration that it resonates with. When you use this phrase right here, you don't know what you are welcoming, because sometimes people have spirits that they don't even know or are aware of that is lingering around them. When you use this phrase, you're welcoming them in. I'm going to give y'all different examples of phrases that y'all can use when somebody tells you thank you. Instead of using this controversial term that everybody else uses, you can say no problem. Don't mention it. Of course, just take note and be aware of the words that we use.
English make you not want to say nothing. Next video.
Pepper will heal a stomach ulcer. Pepper moves blood. It's one of the best circulatory stimulants there is. It's not a nervous system stimulant like your caffeines or your tobacco. It's a blood stimulant. You consider that the life of the flesh is in the blood. Cayenne pepper is a wonderful healer, and you can put cayenne pepper with any other herb and it'll intensify its action. Well, a medicinal dose may be 1/4 teaspoon in a little bit of water and throw it down. Won't it burn? Well, I prefer to call it tingle. If you have a cut, you pour cayenne pepper into it and it'll stop the bleeding. will hurt, but it's already hurting, and remember, it'll settle down and then bind it up because it'll constrict the blood vessels and cause them to shut. Internally, if there's a bleeding ulcer, you take cayenne pepper. Won't it hurt? It'll give a little bit of a tingle, but it will never hurt, meaning it will never cause an ulcer.
Wow, cayenne pepper, who would have knew?
This is the Queen of the Illuminati, Beyoncé. She said that whenever she performs on stage, someone named Sasha Fierce comes into her body and takes over. She literally explains all of this herself on YouTube, but check this out. She literally says she has out-of-body experiences. If I cut my leg, I don't fall, I don't feel it, I am so fearless, and I'm not aware of my face or body.
I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
Her ex-drummer filed a restraining order against her and accused her of killing her cat to use it for witchcraft.
What?
Look at the necklace of this picture of Sasha Fierce. This is literally the symbol of the temple of Satan. Jay-Z gets a lot deeper than this, so I'll make another video on him tonight.
Thank you, Icy, for the video.
I told you guys I wasn't crazy. Montana is facing an emergency due to zombie trout have begun to appear in all of the rivers and lakes across the state. Now, just for a second, take a look at that trout. Clearly, something is wrong. It's growing actual fungus.
Ew.
Now, the trout population in Montana has always been something huge. Now, with this new infection that all of these trouts are starting to get out of nowhere, it is completely killing off the population of trout. Comparing it to something out of The Last of Us, which if you guys don't know, The Last of Us is a TV show and video game. The TV show is recent, but the game came out years ago. And it's based off a post-apocalyptic world, where people are zombies. Other things are zombies. Dogs, cats, fish, everything. And they more or less have to continue to survive and find a way to survive with all of these things going on. Now, I made a video the other day about the cheeseburgers, and everybody was coming at me. Oh, let him cook, blah, blah, blah. But bro, don't you find it kind of weird that all of this stuff is starting to correlate? Now, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. 4-cent cheeseburgers. McDonald's is also doing the same thing. And now all of a sudden you have zombie trout. Now, it could just be something wrong with the water, or the trout have eaten something that they're not supposed to. But zombie trout eating the other healthy trout and killing off the population of trout in a giant state like Montana is a little alarming. Comment down below what you think, but this is crazy.
Thank you, Bam, for the video.
Start making your health a priority instead of an option. Because when you think about the major organizations, Big Pharma, they make drugs that don't heal. They don't heal you, they treat you. The food industry is supposed to nourish you. It's full of genetically modified foods, full of food chemicals. They're not there to nourish you.
Let
you
him
think
cook.
about the hospital. If you go there and you feel bad, they don't even know how to make you healthy. They know how to remove the symptoms. So when you look at those three industries and you think to yourself, this is who I'm putting my health in the hands of, you can't do that. You have to be your first physician, not your doctor. You have to be
That's
the
so
gatekeeper.
true.
America's food is banned in 30 countries. The food is killing people. Oh yeah, it's definitely killing people. If somebody were to buy a bag of Lay's potato chips versus buying it in Europe and look at the ingredients, they're totally different. They will make the healthier version for another country. There's over 10,000 food chemicals that are allowed in the American population or food system that aren't allowed in other countries. It makes it easier for food companies, gives them longer shelf life because they're putting so many chemicals in it. So anytime we lobby for healthier food choices in our school systems, in our neighborhoods, the food industry is going right behind them with billions and millions of dollars saying, no, we can't do that. By far, the most dangerous of those foods is sugar. And the reason why it's so dangerous is because if you look out in nature, you will not find a sugar tree anywhere. You won't find a sugar tree, a sugar bush, a sugar branch. It just doesn't exist. And so what happens is we have to pull it out of something. We have to pull sugars out of beets. We have to pull it out of cane, or we manufacture it and call it high fructose corn syrup and it's synthetic. And so what happens is we don't understand what it's doing to our body. So it's not just inflammation in your body, it ruins our gut, suppresses our immune system, causes us to have fatigue, because what happens is the sugar high goes up, right? You get the energy, and then what it does, drops.
Being put on by y'all has truly been a blessing with the whole sugar situation, because I didn't know the severity of it until I started reacting to these videos where it's just, when you hear stuff more than, I want to say twice, it truly is a confirmation. And I've been hearing how dangerous sugar is. We've been hearing this it's been going on for some months now. But to actually take heed and to start taking sugar out of your daily eating, of your diet, or just taken out of your life, period. Truly hearing and listening to what's being said and actually applying, it hits different. Because anybody can say, oh, I'm not going to eat that, or the video, they can look at a video and then while eating on candies and stuff. So I really am trying to come up with alternatives or healthier alternatives, because sugar is an addiction. It is a drug and you can be addicted to it. It goes deeper than what that man even said. It goes way deeper, but just learning about health and how really health is wealth and how you have to be your own physician. Like, I can go on and on. Y'all went in on these videos. I truly love and appreciate you guys so much for sending stuff over like this, because not only does this wake me up, but it also wakes y'all up too, and y'all love and enjoy them. So I appreciate it. I have been doing more watching than talking in these videos, but y'all gonna like that. But like I said, don't get comfortable. It just was these videos. These ones I just let the videos speak more than what I would say type of situation. But like I said, don't get comfortable, because maybe my next set of videos I might do more talking than less watching. I don't know. We gonna see. Kind of have a balance. But love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All esteem, all glory, all honor goes to my Alua Yahuwah and my Adoni Yahusha Hamashiach for blessing me with everything. I'm just a vessel that they work in and through, so I gotta give credit and honor where it's due. Y'all make sure to go check out the merch. The link is in the description down below. ShopPerkyy.com. Buy yourself some beautiful, affordable, and some messages that have a powerful meaning. Wear that on your body. ShopPerkyy.com. ShopPerkyy.com. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.